Hello. In this series, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about the strat. But the first thing I want to talk about is who I am and where I'm coming from, because I say I have a decently interesting story. But if you don't know about the strat and you don't know about Rob or Sarah or me, you have no clue that you should listen. You have no reason to. So I'm going to start with where I came from, how I'm here, and then from that, we're going to go into the rest. And we're going to introduce the strat. We're going to talk about the ones, twos, and threes you see on your screen. We're going to talk about the time frame continuity you also see on your screen with the green and red candles. And from there, we're going to hopefully make you guys some winning traders. And I really, truly believe that anyone can be a winning trader. It's simple enough that a 10, 11-year-old could do it. So I know you guys can. And if you guys have had struggles and you hear me saying that and you already want to click off, please don't. I'm the one that's hopefully going to help you guys get there. So first, me. Who am I? My name's Alex. My screen name is going to be Alex's Options on Twitter and YouTube. On TikTok, I don't have an account yet, but it might be different, so I'm not going to let you guys know that one here. But where did I start? Well, when I was really young, so we're going to start before trading, I was an extremely strong-willed kid, and that's the only thing you'll ever hear. If you ever talk to anyone that knew me when I was a kid, that's all you'll hear. And by strong-willed, I mean when I was not even a couple of years old, when I could barely walk but still had shoes on, I would cry and get angry because I couldn't tie my shoes and someone would have to do it for me. And when they'd tie my shoes for me, I'd get mad because I wanted to do it. But my fingers just didn't work enough for me to do it. And that's driven me my whole life. Like, I was the first kid that was riding a bike in our neighborhood. I was still in diapers. I was the first kid using ripsticks, and we had the electric scooters. I had a very good childhood in that sense, but I was extremely strong-willed, which caused some behavioral issues, but that's outside of this. Now, with that strong will, I was into Minecraft when I was 13, 14, and like every other young kid, that was all the jazz, I guess you could say. But from there, I learned that there's such thing as a programming language called Java, and that's what Minecraft was coded in. So I taught myself from 14 to around 16. And this might not sound relevant, but it is. Just hang on. So I taught myself that, and through learning that, I stumbled upon Bitcoin. And at that age, or my age, Bitcoin, this is the yearly time frame. So that was around, 7 years ago nearly. So if we just go 7 bars back, that was about right here. And obviously, I was extremely enthralled. I was like, oh my God, Bitcoin, it just went from here to here. It just went 4x. Mom, Dad, you got to buy Bitcoin. It's going up. It's just going to rocket. And who's going to listen to a stupid little kid, right? So they didn't buy it. But I saw this all happen, and I was like, this is what I want to do when I'm older. Because if it can go from $900 to $2,000 or $20,000, then I can make $19,000. All I need is $1,000, right? And that's everyone's first thought when they look at a chart. They're like, oh my gosh, it went from here to here. If I just buy here and sell here, it's like, wow, I could have made $22,000. So in that sense, I'm just like you, I imagine. And so that idea stuck with me from around 14 years old. And then I graduated middle school and went on to high school. And at that point, with my strong will, I never wanted to do anything that anyone else told me to do, because I wanted to do things my way and I wanted to do them right now, and nothing you could say could convince me otherwise. And just imagine how terrible of a kid I was, because it got really bad. But that strong will bled over into trading. So my freshman year, I was able to open a Bitcoin account because I had money from saving up for my birthdays, and I had like my first communion and whatever. So I was like, I'm going to try and learn this stuff. And I had a study hall because I already did all my math classes for all of high school by the time I was a freshman, and therefore I had a free period every year all of high school, and sometimes I'd have two study halls. So I'd use that time to trade Bitcoin. And that doesn't mean I made money because trust me, I didn't. But with that, during like 3 months, during around this time in 2020, 2019, I was trading Bitcoin and reading everything there was to know about technical analysis. I could tell you anything you wanted to know about moving averages, about any supply and demand strategy. There's a couple different ones, like what's his name? It's like Cameron, I think, on YouTube has a pretty good one. There was crossover, moving averages, support and resistance, hurst cycles, channel trading, broadening or not broadening formations, but wedges, like all of it. I tried every single thing: patterns, cup and handle, head and shoulders, everything. And I still could not figure it out. I couldn't make any money. So I was frustrated because strong will, like I wasn't giving this up until I fucking did it, right? So that was my freshman year, and there's 4 years of high school. So going into my, is in sophomore year of high school, I was able to get my hands on our Thinkorswim account and get into options trading. And I really didn't make many trades because I was still in school, so they'd take my phone. But eventually we had COVID happen. And I was a part of Wall Street Bets before all of it, and they were right on top of it. They knew it was going to happen. They knew it'd crash the market. And I was in the same boat. I was like, Dad, Mom, sell all your shit. COVID's going to be some real deal crap. And I told all my friends, I said, guys, do online school. You do not want to be stuck in schools if they're going to mask you up and separate you. And it's like, it just would not be fun. And obviously, who's going to listen to a dumb kid? So my dad did get out of his positions. I took online school, and I used that opportunity to dive into trading more because I had the time now. And I took online school because there's no due date on assignments, which means I can wait till the last day of school and do all my classes. So I truly had unlimited time, and I was a strong-willed kid. So this is where we're ending up. So I shorted cruise lines, given Wall Street Bets, and made my first like $1,000. And I was like, wow, I can actually do this. It was like my first taste of a real winning position. And from then on, it was what I set out to do. And I was watching all these videos, is in like this month and this month. I was watching all these videos, and I'm like, I still don't know where any of these stocks are going. And then I stumbled upon a strat video. I want to say it was somewhere in here. It could have even been slightly further back. I don't have specific dates, but if you want to snoop around my Twitter, you could probably find it. But I stumbled upon the strat, and it was a Rob video. And within the first 5 minutes, because I've looked at everything, I was like, this is like nothing else I've ever seen before, because it's defined. It's like, it can't not be true. It has to be the fact. There's no if, ands, or buts. It's the truth. And from then on, I was like, strat all the way. And with my coding knowledge from Minecraft and learning Java myself, eventually I was trading the strat, making, between 1,000, 2,000 a month on a good month. Some months I might not do as good. I might even lose money because it was still new to me. My execution wasn't quite as good. My analysis was pretty spot on though. And if you go back in my old tweets, we've made a lot of money in the Discord even before I went to college. So I was doing this my junior and senior year of high school. And during my senior year, I used my programming prowess, I guess you could say, and I automated part of the strat, creating the first strat bot. And the first strat bot, I believe, is from me. I can't tell you for certain, but if you look at any other Discord, they have taken some part of my first strat bot and used that in order to create their own. So that was my idea, at least I believe it was, or I was the first one to do it. And with that, I did create a subscription. I sold it. I was making, again, a couple thousand trading, and then the subscription took off. I never could have seen it coming, but I had $8,000-9,000 a month coming in by the time I was about to go to college. And you might be like, whoa, like school, you don't like school and trading is going good and you went to college? It's like, yes. I was still young, and I still am young. So I decided the best thing for me to do was to try it, because I had a college fund. My mom is well off. She also went to college. She came from nothing and she worked her whole life so we could have a good life, because she did not. She grew up in the projects. She's a dentist now. So she was like, you have to go to college. Even just a semester, you have to do it for me. So I did. And I took the time to go and learn about ICT. And I didn't learn about it because I thought the strat was wrong. I learned about it because it was picking up some steam. I had some free time. And like I said, I've learned every single trading strategy there ever is to know. So I decided, what's one more? Can't hurt, right? And I had the time because I didn't have Discord to worry about, or Twitter, or coding the Stratbot. I just went to college and I kind of put that all on the back burner, which in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done. But I had about a year where I traded ICT and learned the ins and outs of it. And I'm here now making this video in this series because I see the exact things that Rob always talked about going wrong with ICT traders. Things like taking profit too early, stops being too big, where you make a little, and then lose a lot. Not understanding where prices are going to, which means you don't know your magnitude, and all these other problems that aren't within the strat. So after I learned it all, and I promise you, I had my biggest and worst days trading ICT ever, because there's days where I made $20,000, and there's days where I lost like $10,000 in one morning, and I was still like 19 at the time, right? So still a young guy, and I'd never seen money like that, and that led to the downfall because I just was trading too big size. And I realized that if I'm going to make this something I do the rest of my life, it has to be objective, it has to be specific, and it has to be repeatable, which I'm not saying ICT is not specific or repeatable. I am saying, though, that it is not quite as objective as it could be. So the strat is where I'm ending up, and this is what I'm going to stick with for the rest of my life if I'm going to be a trader, which I do sincerely plan on being, and I've always thought that since I was 14. So now, almost 7 years later, that's still me. So I'm still going to be around. But what I'm here to say is that I've done everything. I've failed the same ways you guys have, and I'm here to give you a solution that has worked for me. And you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to believe the strat is the truth just based on what I'm telling you now. Rob invented it. He's going to know more than I ever will, more than likely, about the strat and how to trade. So I'm not better than him. And in fact, there's videos Rob has made where I'm going to link those below, but I'm going to explain it my way and hopefully help you guys out. And throughout that, I want you guys to understand this isn't for a monetary gain, although the ads on these videos will pay me in some sense. I believe my last Strat A to Z series made like $1,000. So for my time, I'm going to have ads just to have something there. But outside of that, I'm not telling you guys to join a room. I'm not telling you guys you have to pay for our software. I would welcome you guys to if you like what you see, but what I really want to do is get you guys your first winning trades, give you guys a system that you can use to understand the charts. And if that works for you and you make money, join the Discord if you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. But if you want people that trade with you that are like-minded, that know the exact same things and are trading the exact same way, the Strat and our Discord is probably going to be the place to be. But that's not for everyone, and I'm not expecting it to be. So going forward, now that I've introduced myself, I'm going to be introducing Rob and his strategy called the Strat. So if you want to stick around, that's going to be the next video in this playlist. And I hope you guys stay along for the ride and learn something, because again, all I'm here to do is help you guys out. So hopefully I can do that. And if you guys have any questions at all during any of this series, please drop a comment. And if you have Discord or something, you can join our Strat Discord. We have a free side of the house, and we have a lot of cool stuff going on in there. So you don't even have to pay, and you can be part of the community. And if you're there, you can tag me, and I can help you guys out as much as possible. I don't know how much traffic we're going to get here, but if it's a lot of people, then we might have a little bit of a mix-up, because I can only do so much as one person. But I'm going to try my best to help you guys out. So going forward, I hope you guys stick around with us, and I will see you guys, hopefully, in the next video.
is not enough.